Alrighty, folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. Today, well, this is our second 124 scale diecast review of the next gen era. I'm really looking forward to it. So, if you've been living underneath the rock, the 2022 edition of these cars, well, they had a goofy, it looked like a shoe box, like a shoe casing for these 124 diecasts. Not exactly a safe investment if you ever dropped it. These boxes are a million times better, a lot more crush zone, all these, things that you want as a collector in case, something happens during shipping or you drop it, whatever it be, you want as much crush zone as possible. So the box design actually looks really good, but the unfortunate reality is there's no character, there's no driver faces, there's no stats, there's nothing. They could say 2022 was a breakout year for William Byron. He won X, Y, and Z, finished X, Y, and Z, the points, nothing. It is a copy and paste system. I'm not a fan of that, I'll be honest with you, but if it means cheaper diecast prices, then I'm okay with it for now. So, let's go ahead and actually get this thing out of the box. This is the garage door style boxes. That's what I call them. If I can get this thing open, there we go. So it's going to open like a garage door, which I think is a really cool way these things open. And you grab it, and you pull it out of the box. There's 504 of these made. I didn't check the DIN number on this one yet, so we'll check it out and see what DIN this one is. Pop the top, and, well, let's go ahead and get this thing unscrewed, and we'll get this diecast review underway. Alrighty, folks, we're right out of the good old box and off of the diecast base, and I just gotta say, man, these diecasts are extremely lightweight compared to the Gen 6 ones, so that's gotta take a lot of getting used to for many collectors, but the diecast mold, man, these Camaros look mean, especially if you could find a way to lower these things a little bit. Wow, like the actual suspension, I mean, just look at that. The curves, the body lines of these cars. This paint scheme, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of, but wow, I'm a huge fan of the tooling of these cars. These things are absolutely beautiful, and let's go ahead and dive right into it. So you got the William Byron front windscreen decal there. Very, very nice. Interesting to note, these actually have the little the yellow or gold on the Chevy badge. I don't think the 164s have that for whatever reason. You got Liberty University. I do wish the hood decal was a little bit better. This is actual decal. These hood louvers. This is not a a true opening, which I like it because I don't have to worry about wrapping anything over it, because that would be an absolute nightmare. And I imagine if they had to wrap things over it too, it would be a buttload of paint chips. Now, if you're curious how these engines look, this is how they look. They're very plastic, and let's just keep it real. This is how the real next-gen cars look. Like, I'm not even joking. They're everything's sealed up, covered in plastic. That's just how production cars are nowadays. Unfortunately, that's how race cars are too. So you got Raptor, Liberty University, Valvoline, Wix air filters, and the Chevy bow tie. It's pretty cool to see some decals underneath that. But that's kind of a look in your engine bay. I wish it was more detail, but let's just keep it real. This is how these next-gen cars actually look. So you go over here to the front. You get your Chevrolet headlights there. Get the 24, Sunoco ZL1, Hendrick Motorsports. I feel like we're going to really miss these Chevy Camaros years from now, because we already know they're going to be leaving the sport very soon. So kind of enjoy these Camaros while they last, because who knows what they're going to replace it with. I hope they do like a Monte Carlo or something. That'd be really cool, but you never know. So you go over here to the left side of the car. You have the Cup Series and Goodyear decal. You got the 75th anniversary, 24, Liberty University. I do feel like the Liberty University decal, and I talked about this in the 164 review of this paint scheme, I feel like they left a lot of real estate on the race car. I don't know why, but the small, tiny font, I think would have been better if they just done a giant Liberty logo and put like University underneath it or something. They could have done something, I think. Got William Byron right there on the front, or the side window rail. It's a little bit sloppy as well. The B pillar, get HendrickCars.com. Valvoline, a giant Axalta logo. Get bioethanol, if I could English. Chevrolet Axalta, Cincinnati Industries, whatever the biff that is. Mac Tools Simeons on the B post. These front wheels, man, they steer so easily. Like, it almost feels like there's nothing there. Like, they're just so easy to turn. The rear wheels do not roll that well. So if you plan on doing a stop motion with these things, watch out. Now, the rear diffusers, interesting to know. I mean, it's all plastic, it's all smooth, but once again, this is exactly what the next gen cars are supposed to be. Now, on the Elites, this can actually unscrew apparently, and you can actually show the like the drivetrain and the exhaust and all that mumbo jumbo that's above the rear diffuser. So, if you get the Elite version, which I can't afford that, so I get the simple ARC standards. You got Liberty University on the back end of the car. You got your pop rivet spoilers. These are actual bumps, these little bolts. This is not decal. That is very, very cool. Got ZL1 Camaro 24. Go to the right side of this diecast here. The wheels look fantastic on this thing. Those BBS, alloy, sports car, Need for Speed wheels. I've used these type of wheels on Need for Speed games. Like, I just love them, man. They look good on street racing cars. I mean, just look at that. Wow, man. The photos you can get with these 124s, these next gen cars, man, it's just dang, dude, you can get some sweet photos. The body lines of these cars are so authentic, in my opinion, to the real thing. Just really, really good job. In terms of the tooling, I know a lot of people would prefer some more weight on the cars because the weight usually means quality. But I can understand why they're pulling it away because they don't like asking for price increases because they understand it hurts their sales. So I can understand, hey, if they reduce 5 to 10% of the overall weight of the car, it's going to cost them, they could potentially cost them thousands throughout the year less to ship it because of weight. And then it's going to cost them significantly less to produce it as well. So from a business perspective, I can understand why they're doing that because anytime they ask for, price increases, which we have seen like the last 3 to 4 years, significant price increases, I might add, they understand it's going to hurt their sales. But at the end of the day, they have a bottom line, right? So go to the roof of the car. I thought the roof rails roof flaps, did not open up on these 124 next-gen cars. They do. So that's awesome. That is really, really awesome for all you next-gen collectors out there. Now, I will say the next-gen, or not next-gen, but these roof flap designs are horrible because they're free-flowing. There's nothing there. There's no friction. There's nothing. But when you look at the hood, there's the way the spring is loaded, or not spring, but the hinge, I should say, if I get this thing to open. There we go. This is a solid hinge. This is bolted on from the inside, and it even has a threshold. So if you go right here, if I let go, it's going to close. But if I push it up here, it'll stay. So the way it's designed, if I let go, or not right there, we go, oh, no. Okay, this one actually has more friction than the Chase Elliott one I did, because anytime I let go, it would close automatically. So that's interesting. So these do have a little bit of quirks in their construction. But my point is, that's a really good hinge. It stays up, it's not rattling, it's not cracking the window, it's not chipping and stuff. But with this rattles. I mean, if it's in, it just rattles, bro. And when you make a custom of this, getting these roof flaps to stay in place is a nightmare. Just keeping it real. So, I would like to see the same type of hinge they use for the hoods, obviously significantly smaller. Find a better system than this, because to me, this is, no. It needs to be better, in my opinion. I mean, look how sloppy, like, look at that. That is, no. It needs to be on a fixed hinge, not this rattle can stuff. You have your front TV cam right there. And then apparently, is this the TV cam or the rear view cam? I think this is the rear view cam, which they might have access to it for television. So you got 193 right there on the back window. That's the DIN number. The DIN number looks different. It looks more blurrier, more pixelated. I don't know if it's a different stamping method, but it definitely looks different. You got your wedge posts. I'm not sure how different the interiors are compared to the Gen 6 variant. Got Liberty University right there on the back deck lid there. But yeah, the spoiler is the tall spoiler. Apparently later in the 2023 124 year, release year that is, they're going to offer the shorter ones. So that might give you a little bit of customization in case you're wanting to, maybe make a raced win look more authentic from maybe 2022, or just make your car look different. I don't know. Anyways, if you're in the market for a 124 diecast, guys, These next gen ones are really good. I'm gonna keep it real. I like it. I know it's lightweight. I know it feels cheaper, right? And you're paying more for it. But I think the upgrade going back to the 2021 style box, the wheels, the body lines of these cars, they look freaking fantastic, dude. I mean, these things. I mean, just look at that. That is unbelievable. I love these Camaros, man. Now, this paint scheme, I'm not a fan of. This is going to be a donor. I'm going to keep it real. But if you're in the market for a 124 scale diecast, there is a buttload of them on Circle B. I mean, they got Kyle Busch stuff, Kyle Larson stuff, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, whatever you're looking for. They got a buttload of stuff over there, guys. Make sure to check out that promo code down below, and you can save on shipping. Any orders $30 or more, which, 124, that covers it, the $30 threshold. So that's going to be all for today's diecast review. What do y'all think about this car, guys? These 124s are really something. Again, if this was, if I was going to plan on, not turning it into a donor, I would have got a different paint scheme. But man, I'm so impressed with the wheels, the way that's my favorite part of these cars, these wheels. They just look so freaking good. They look like a sports car wheel. And as someone who's a big fan of the Need for Speed games, they always have a lot of sports car wheels on there. So that's something that really reminds me of like street racing and tuner culture, which I'm a big fan of. I played a lot of 2000 street racing games. So that's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Diecast Buffet signing off.